Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast, where we come together to raise our vibration, lift our perspective, and build a positive mindset. My name is Henry, and in this episode, we're going to talk about the most important tool to having a positive mindset. If you want that feel-good energy, if you want love, if you want power, if you want forgiveness, if you want to shift from the negativity, this is going to be the episode for you, because we're going to talk about the one thing you have to do if you want to make a change. But before we get started, we're going to take a few moments to slow down, zero in. We're going to take some deep, healing, meditative breaths to help us align on the frequency that we want in our lives. So you can pick a word. It can be love, joy, happiness, abundance, whatever frequency you want. And we're going to take a deep breath in. And as you're breathing in, you're going to say that word over and over and over again. Really charge yourself up with that energy. And then as you're holding your breath, visualize yourself doing something in that frequency. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. We're going to take another deep breath. This one is about alignment, about getting ourselves in receiving mode so that we can receive the message that we need to hear to get us in that positive state. So just imagine that you are surrounded by the most healing, uplifting energy that's meant specifically for you. It could have a certain color, a certain taste, a certain smell, however you imagine it. And when you breathe it in, it's going to charge you up. It's going to break down the negativity, the blocks, the weight, everything that's just been holding you back. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take another deep breath in. And out. So if you want to know the most powerful thing, the biggest gift we have, it's our mindset. And what I mean by that is your mindset is actually a lens. And through that lens, you see a specific frequency. Think about a radio station. You've got all these channels. And when you adjust the dial, whatever you move the line to, whatever frequency you tune into, that's the station you hear. You hear the music, you hear the commercials, you hear the talk person, everything on that station. But there are hundreds of other stations that are playing at the exact same time, but you don't hear them. What you tune into matters, and your mindset is key on how to get there. The higher you can raise your mindset, the more positive perspective you can take. You got to remember that positive is not happy. Positive is just closer to love. Further from love is negative energy, that low energy. So when you build a positive mindset, what you're actually doing is tapping in to a higher frequency. And so what I want to share is a perfect example of how this works. The more you practice it, the easier it will become. The more you'll be able to use it in difficult situations, the more you'll be able to apply it to your current situation. So this evening, the kids were getting kind of rowdy and they were misbehaving and kind of tearing the house up. And it was right in that witching hour. It's getting close to bedtime. We got to get pajamas. It's the end of the day and they get pretty wild at this time. And when this happens, I never seem to get frustrated. I might for a second, I might get aggravated for just a second. But because I've been practicing gratitude, which the art of gratitude is connecting with the energy desire, which is what raises the frequency. That's what raises the mindset. What I do every single time when they frustrate me, when they're driving me through the wall, I practice gratitude. And what I do is I imagine myself 20 years in the future with my girls, talking to them. They're older. They're in their mid-20s at this point, dreaming of this moment when they're acting a fool. Just knowing that at that time, 20 years from now, I would give anything just to be with them acting nuts, just to be with them while they're tearing the house apart, because this moment is a gift. And I'm only upset, I'm only stressed if I'm looking through the ego, I'm looking for my current state. But if you raise that frequency and tap into the energy that you desire, which is love for them unconditionally, which 20 years from now, I would give anything to be in that moment, you feel peace within. You see, that's how you tap into the frequency you want. It doesn't change what's happening around you, it changes what you're perceiving. Because when you raise your frequency and you tap into that energy, like in this example that's 20 years in the future, you start seeing them and you see the love you have for them, no matter how much they're driving you nuts. No matter how much they're disobeying, they're making the house a mess, it doesn't matter. You still, of course, are going to be the parent and try to keep them in order and things like that, but you're going to do it with love. The same thing can be applied to your job, to your current situation, whatever it is. When you go to another place, whether it's in the future, whether it's in the past, wherever you have to go to find some love, some appreciation from your current state, you are raising your frequency. You are raising your mindset because the mindset, that's the lens. That's how you perceive the world. It's not that the world changes because you got to remember the world is not as it is as you are. And your frequency is what you'll frequently see. So if you're operating from a low frequency, you're going to see the low frequencies in every single situation. The movie theater is the perfect example. You could have 5 people go watch a movie and all 5 of them take something different away. A different emotion, a different lesson, a different experience, because the frequency that they go into the movie, like where they're at in their life, is going to impact what the movie does for them. Life is no different. If you want to change your situation, if you want to change how you feel within, you have to raise your mindset. You have to use gratitude, which gratitude is action. Gratitude is the process of connecting to frequency, connecting to the energy that you desire and pulling it within you so that you feel it. And then you can have that energy within you as you do the thing that was pulling you down. That is your power. Your power is you have control over your lens. Once you realize that, you are free. You are free from feeling the way you've been feeling because that was dictated by the outward experience. Because you didn't realize the power within. You didn't realize that you're perceiving the world through your current state and that you can actually change it. You haven't done it. And if you do know it, you don't. Because if you're not using it, you don't know. There's a saying that says, to know and to not do is to not know. Because knowing in your mind and then knowing through experience are 2 different things. That's what you have to understand. If you want to change your energy, you have to practice gratitude. And it's not just saying what you're thankful for, it's actually going to the energy of what you're thankful for and pulling it within you. You can do this anywhere, anytime, any place. So stop limiting yourself. You don't have to change anything around you for you to change within. Once you change within, you will see the opportunities that are there. You see, everything is available at once. Everything. You want to become a millionaire? There's people doing $1 million deals right now. You want to be happy? There's people experience happiness right now. You want forgiveness? There's people practicing forgiveness right now. Everything that you desire, everything that you want within is happening on this planet at this moment. The reason you don't see it is because your frequency is what you frequently see. Your frequency is operating at a level that is giving you what you've been receiving, even if it's the external world's fault. Even if you have been victimized, even if you had parents that brought you down, if you have friends that bring you down, if you have a job that brings you down, even if those are true, you have the power right now to change your mindset. It's your lens, nobody else's. You have the power. So there's no more excuses. There's no more victim mindset. That doesn't mean things haven't happened to you. It doesn't mean you haven't gone through pain. Those are all true. But if you want that to be your full experience, then don't change. If you want to experience something else, take control of your mindset. Don't try to change other people. Raise yourself up and find your tribe. Find your opportunities. Find your abundance. It's all in your perspective. It's all in the mindset. So let's raise our energy and become the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you a positive perspective on something you can apply to your life today. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. You can also follow me on social media. There's my Instagram and TikTok down below. There's also the Facebook group, the Positive Mindset Facebook group. There's a link for that as well. And if you're listening to this podcast and you're thinking, I want to apply this, I want to change my mindset, I am a coach. This is what I do. I work on people's mindset to get in that positive space, to build a plan, a routine, a system to help you Create the frequency you want within so that you can perceive the opportunities that are in alignment with that, so you can receive the energy that you desire. If you're interested in talking about that, reach out to me on Instagram, or you can click the link below and fill out the form and I will reach out to you directly. If you love this podcast and you want more, if you want to tap into your abundance, check out my other podcast, Unlock Your Abundance. It's the same format as this, new episodes out Monday through Friday at the same release time. So you can just stay in this frequency, you can get right within, and then you can tap into your abundance and expand it when you check out that podcast. Well, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time. Hey, you're still here. Thank you so much for listening all the way through. I truly appreciate it. This podcast would not exist without you. You'd have no idea how much it means to me. I'm sending you all the positive vibes. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you next time.